Okay, third grade, Mrs. Elder and I couldn't find a video that showed the story Wings so that you could hear it. So this week, you get to listen to me. Wings is a story written by Christopher Myers, and it's a fantasy. A fantasy is a story in which unbelievable things happen. So as I read the story, Wings, listen for the things that make it unbelievable. Are those wings the only thing that make this boy special? We're going to find out. Look at that strange boy. Everyone from the neighborhood is pointing fingers and watching the sky. How is he doing that? They stretch their necks and they shake their heads. Icarius Jackson, a new boy on my block, is flying above the rooftops. He is swooping, diving, looping past people's windows and over the crowd. I don't think he's strange. Icarius Jackson, the fly boy, came to my school last Thursday. His long, strong, proud wings follow him wherever he went. The whole school was staring eyes and wagging tongues. They whispered about the wings and his hair and his shoes, like they whisper about how quiet I am. Our teacher complained that the other kids couldn't help but gawk and stare. He said that Icarius's wings blocked the blackboard and made it hard for students to pay attention. The teacher told Icarius to leave class until he could figure out what to do with his wings. He left the room quietly, dragging his feathers behind him. One boy snickered. At recess, the snicker grew into a giggle and spread across the playground. Soon all of the kids were laughing at Icarius Jackson's useless wings. I thought that if he flew just once, everyone would stop laughing. Icarius looked up, flapped his wings a couple of times, and then jumped into the air. He swept through the schoolyard like a slow-motion instant replay. But the other kids were not impressed. One girl grabbed the basketball. A boy stuffed the handball in his pocket. Somebody nagged. Nobody likes a show-off. Their words sent Icarius drifting into the sky, away from the glaring eyes and the pointing fingers. I waited for them to point back at me as I watched Icarius float farther and farther away. Walking home from school, I knew how he felt, how lonely he must be. Maybe I should have said something to those mean kids. I ran through the streets with my eyes to the sky, searching the clouds for Icarius. He struggled to stay in the air. His wings drooped and his head was hitting low. He landed heavily on the edge of a building and he sat with the pigeons. Pigeons don't make fun of people. A policeman passing by blew his whistle. You, with the wings, come down from there. Stay yourself on the ground. You'll get into trouble. You'll get hurt. It seemed to me Icarius was already in trouble and hurt. Could the policeman put him in jail for flying? For being too different? When the neighborhood kids saw the policeman yelling at him, they exploded with laughter. Icarius dropped to the ground. Stop, I cried. Leave him alone. And they did. I called to Icarius and he sailed closer to me. I told him that someone should have long ago. Your flying is beautiful. For the first time I saw Icarius smile. At that moment, I forgot about the kids who had laughed at him and me. I was just glad that Icarius had found his wings again. Look at that amazing boy, I called to all the people on the streets as I pointed to my new friend, Icarius, swirling through the sky. There's a picture of him swirling through the sky.